I'm suddenly so awkward.
I'm so excited! Wait, should I have my fan?
Yeah.
Just create my own wind like an Instagram model.
Yeah. I'm such a stan. I know you're just wait. Just chop right back in the frame.
Oh yikes! And Halloween.
And a pumpkin and my hat.
We're doing fine.
I'll wear my own hat for this video.
There you go.
I normally
Hello.
wear a hat. Hi.
How are you? I hope you're having an amazing day today. I know I am. This is my friend Lacie. This is Lacie of Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. She is amazing. We recently moved to Albany, which is about 3.5 hours away from me, and I was like, I'm coming over. So I'm at Lacie's house right now, and we are filming. We just filmed a video for her channel, which you guys need to 100% check out after this video.
Yes. Or if you're really curious why we look like this.
Yeah, maybe you could try to guess why I look like this and Lacie looks like this.
I mean, because I look normal. People are probably just be like, oh, okay. Like, if you don't know me, this looks normal.
Yeah, this is not my normal makeup. We switched makeup routines over on her channel, so go check that out 100%. It'll be linked down below along with Lacie's channel, which you should 100,000,000,000% go subscribe to. Are you kidding? But yeah, so we couldn't decide what we wanted to talk about.
No, we knew we wanted to do a fun video, and we knew we wanted to do a serious video.
Yeah, like a chit chat, like serious video.
Yeah.
So we asked you guys, we couldn't figure out a topic though, so we asked you guys on Twitter and on Instagram just to give us some like topic ideas about what you want us to talk about, like some deep thought ideas. And we're just gonna answer some of that.
Very on brand for both of us. We both have kind of serious.
Yeah, tell me about your channel for a second while I pull this up.
Oh, okay. So, my name's Lacie.
Plug yourself.
I'm from the YouTube channel Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. I review makeup mostly, but I'm also very similar to Hannah in that while you have a social work background, I have a criminal justice background and a sociology and anthropology background. So we tend to have very similar views on most things.
Yes.
Yeah, like when I watch your My Thoughts or anything like that, I typically just violently agree with you the whole time. Yeah. Or I also have a podcast with Georgia Harris here on YouTube called Half Cousins Podcast.
Go check it out. I've been on like 4 times. It's so much fun. I love it.
I was gonna say, whenever you're on, we just violently agree the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just yell at each other like, yes! We're gonna be answering your questions.
Yeah.
Having a good time doing it.
In each other's makeup.
Yeah, I'm Lacie today. Hi, hello.
Hello.
Do you want to start with Twitter questions?
Sure, I don't have a Twitter, so.
I asked on my Twitter. Tara Brooke, who I love and adore, she's one of my subscribers, said, is there enough body diversity in the beauty world? Makeup is truly one size fits all, but we basically only see one type of model in every campaign.
That was actually a huge factor in me creating my YouTube channel. Was I recognized that nobody on YouTube looked like me.
Same.
Yeah.
I think because we're both like a little bit, we're like plus size people, you know what I mean? I think there's usually this mindset that plus size people have to somehow like hide themselves, be ashamed of how they look, not love themselves. They should constantly be wanting to change. And like while I'm working on being a healthier person, and that's like in my everyday life, I'm still allowed to love myself no matter what point I'm at. And I think the thing that bugs me about makeup is that, like she said, it's one size fits all.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to be like a size 0 to buy a highlighter. So it kind of bothers me that we don't see that representation when it very easily could be worked into like campaigns and stuff like that.
I also feel like you said about how you should feel good about yourself no matter what step in your health journey you're in.
Yeah.
I feel like larger people always have to be hidden, always have to be improving themselves, and aren't allowed to feel good in their own skin. You should always feel guilty that you're a bigger person when you are a bigger person. So for me, it was really important to be visible as a confident, bigger person in makeup that truly reflected who I am as a person, because you don't get that a lot. You're always supposed to be ashamed of yourself or hidden away.
I don't think there's a lot of beauty influencers at the top that are, besides like Patrick Starr, would be considered more plus size, but I don't think besides him, there are many. Can
I tell you, when Patrick Starr came out with his first music video, that did so much for me as a big person. Like seeing him look so beautiful in those outfits and so visible, like that mattered.
I love Patrick's fashion because he is like unafraid to just absolutely be himself and just wear the crazy pants, the low cut shirts, like do whatever Patrick wants to do, and I think that's just fantastic as a person to see. I agree with you though. I think that's a big reason I started my channel too, was because I don't see people that look like me represented in YouTube. So I think it's good to have representation in that way. That's how I feel about that.
Exactly.
And that's that on that. This is gonna be the whole video, is us going exactly.
Yeah, yes, I understand.
We agree.
It'd be interesting if there was a question that polarized us.
I would be interested to like watch that footage back to see how I react to what you're saying.
It would probably be something real petty, like how you feel about ketchup.
I'd be like, hate it.
I hate ketchup too.
Wait, I actually love it.
Oh, I hate ketchup.
Oh, yikes. I'm Just kidding, because I was like, who would
now
make
I have to
ketchup?
leave.
Okay, Tara also said, have you ever considered going 100% cruelty-free as a makeup consumer? If not, why?
So we are a little bit different because I am cruelty-free.
She's cruelty-free. I actually am debating going cruelty-free and in the process of researching it and learning about it so I can go do it and not be misinformed about it. But I'm in the process. Because before I talked about it with this, I actually asked Lacie when I decided to do it because I was like, wanted some resources. And for me, it was like, I always thought that it was like a necessary evil. And I never had done my proper research on it. And then when I did, I realized they don't have to be doing it. Like, there's no reason for them to still be doing it. So that changed my mindset on it of like, it's no longer a necessary evil. It's something they're doing that's evil just because they can.
The way that I understand it, the knowledge I have about it comes from a family member who works in chemistry, is a chemist, works in labs, understands it. From what I understand, the technology exists to not need animal testing anymore.
Yeah.
Like, there's computer programs that'll just predict all of the possible reaction outcomes and things like that, but it's more cost effective and easier to test on animals. Fucking horrific.
See, that I can't support. You know what I mean? Like, I can't support that type of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm actually in the process of going cruelty free. I'm not sure when exactly it'll be fully implemented, but I'm definitely researching it and learning, trying to find resources and stuff that I trust.
Yeah.
So,
I'm very much in the mindset of, even if you just, when you have the option, choose the cruelty-free option, that makes a difference. Like, I know people are very all or nothing.
Yeah.
They're very, like, you either care about all of the causes or...
that.
Which I'm not for that, because
No.
I do think that every little bit counts.
Yes.
I don't tend to advertise myself as a cruelty-free channel, and I, even in my description box, say, like, I'm working on it, because there are non-cruelty-free things that I'm trying to use up.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel like anytime you have that option or you can take that step, I think that matters.
Well, and I think that's the thing too, is if I were to become cruelty free, like fully 100%, which I am planning on doing, I would feel, I don't know how much I would advertise it on my channel at first, only because I know there are not cruelty things in my collection, and I wouldn't want to not be able to use those on my channel while I finish them up, because the main time I'm doing my makeup is when I'm filming.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I wouldn't want to just say, oh, screw this and throw this palette away that I spent money on, but because that's also bad for the environment, and then you hate the environment, and then it's like, you can't, you can't really win that one.
Yeah.
But I think that's something I'm definitely considering. Yeah. That's like a big thing I've been talking about.
I feel like I don't know if I should look at you with the camera.
I'm doing both.
Me too.
What is one limited edition makeup item you missed out on that you wanted? Mine was when I first, this isn't anymore, but when I first started YouTube, the Mi Vida Loca, I had severe jealousy of anyone who had that palette.
Yeah.
And I was like obsessed with watching videos of people who had it. Like, and I just couldn't believe how beautiful it was. I thought it was so gorgeous. Now I'm like, okay, I don't really need that.
I think everybody was there and got over it.
I had major FOMO about the Mi Vida Loca palette though. That was like my go-to.
Because that would be my go-to answer too, but I feel like nothing's ever truly limited edition anymore.
That's the problem. In the past couple years especially.
I really can't think of anything where I was like, oh, I missed the boat on that. I have the AVH Mario palette. I know that's a big one.
I'm so jealous that you have that palette. I love that palette.
I love that palette.
Oh, I'm so jealous that you have that
the
freaking
Emery
palette.
highlighter.
That one I have.
Yeah.
I'm glad I have that one.
Yeah, so I can't think of anything. It was the Mi Vida Loca palette.
Oh, I accidentally put send me some deep quotations.
People just send us thoughtful quotes.
She goes, questions or quotations? And then Chikara put a quotation. Okay, what is your biggest purchase regret?
I feel like, if I'm being real, there's a large percentage of my collection that I bought for the hype of YouTube.
Yeah,
Like,
I have stuff like that.
I talk about this on my channel. I went through this phase when I first found makeup YouTube where anything any beauty guru mentioned I had to have, because I assumed that that meant that I would be better at makeup.
Yeah.
Or that it meant quality. I
did the same thing.
I didn't understand the whole like shilling, like
I bought a bunch of Morphe palettes and I was like, oh my god, they love them.
That's my answer. Morphe brushes specifically.
Those are so bad and they're so expensive for being the sets. The singles are good.
Yeah.
Sets are terrible.
Yeah, that's my biggest regret, probably, is the Morphe brush sets.
Mine would be, this is like so strange, but there, you know the NARS palette that came out that looked like water? Looked like it had water. Okay, so I bought that.
Yeah.
And I bought it because I wanted their holiday palette really bad, the one with the spikes this past year, and I didn't get it because it sold out before I could get it. And so when that one came out, it was really similar to the one with the spikes, so all my subscribers tagged me in it, and they were like, oh my god, it's here. And I felt like I had to buy it because I talked so much about the other NARS palette, and now I have it and I never use it because I don't like it. I liked the other one because of the packaging. I was totally not a good reason to like makeup, but now I feel like I regret that purchase because it was expensive. It was like $60, and I literally never use it. And I don't even really like the formula, and I only bought it because I felt like I had to for YouTube. Yeah. So that's definitely what I regret. Do you ever feel like you have to buy stuff for YouTube?
So I think I got over it.
Okay.
Because when I first started my channel, I was really big into eyeshadow reviews, which I want to get back to.
I wish you would. That's how I got so many suggestions for things.
But anytime anything came out that was even remotely interesting, like any kind of colorful palette, people were like tagging me and be like, can you review this? And there's part of me was like, well, if my audience demands.
Well,
Twist my arm, why don't you? So, and then after all, I'm like, I have 9,000 rainbow palettes. I'm good.
I know. I think that was hard too.
Yeah.
That's like a hard thing to get over as a YouTuber, is like where you draw the line between what your audience wants to see and what you want to do, and like just what your audience wants to see.
Also, just because you want me to review it doesn't mean I have the money.
Yeah.
I'm not getting sent these things. I have to buy them.
A lot of people will message me and be like, can you review this random thing that costs like $50? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I can't.
You want to buy it for me and send it to me, and then I will
Sure.
review it.
All right. What's something you regret not doing?
In life or just...
That's pretty deep. Yeah, I think it's just in life. It just says what's something not doing.
I
don't remember it.
Let's see. I regret not taking an internship in college. Like, not that I had a specific opportunity, but if I could go back in time and redo my college experience, which that's a whole fucking video.
I would.
One of the things I definitely probably would have pushed myself to do would be to take an internship.
I think if I could go back in time, I wish I could have learned, this is similar to school, but I wish I could have learned study habits and things like that in high school. So that way I was more prepared when I went to college, because in high school I kind of just like joked around and like was there mostly, I was really there for social reasons. Like, I just wanted to hang out with my friends, like do theater and like do cheerleading and like whatever. And then I like got to college and I had no work ethic whatsoever for school. Like I had no school work ethic. So I think if I could go back in time, I would definitely try harder in high school with my grades, even though it was like I was making good grades, because high school's, in retrospect, high school is ridiculously easy to pass, but like as far as that went. And then I also think something I regret not doing is like basically just college. I would redo my whole college experience so I could be done by now.
I'm at a point where I don't regret the college experience that I had, but I would redo it.
That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel.
I would do it a lot cleaner and concise and like forward and not waste any time.
Yes. That's exactly how I feel. Because I'm happy I'm where I am now, because it like let obviously like your life journey and like everything leads you there. But like, okay, but if I could go back and redo it and make it not as expensive, easier, and just like not as much stress on myself now, I definitely would do that. It's interesting this about like education.
We're literally like that meme where it's like my two personalities, and it's like the really goth shoe and like the pink shoe, and it's like, because that's what we are.
I don't know, which one am I?
It's like the same thing.
Oh god. All right, name the one bigger beauty guru you trust and the one you absolutely 100% do not trust.
I want to be best friends with Robbie Christie. In my mind, we are best friends.
I love her. She's so fun.
I know I will have made it on YouTube when she notices me.
She's so fun.
Yeah,
she seems like a person who's growing the right way. Like she doesn't take crazy sponsorships.
Yeah.
She's not lying about products. Like she seems like a genuine person.
And everything she's doing now, where she's just like, I want to be isolated and nowhere with my garden. I feel that.
She wants to go off grid.
Yeah. Also, to full circle to the first question, her visibility made me more comfortable to come on YouTube.
I would agree with that. I would totally agree with that. But you know what's interesting is she said, because I was watching like a thing, a video with her, and she said like, she was like, you know, it's really sad to say, but because you know how she lost a lot of weight. Yeah. She was like, as soon as I lost weight, my YouTube subscribers like grew. And I was like,
100% believe that.
Yeah, and it's kind of, it just like makes you sad a little bit, because you're just like, why?
Yeah, but Robbie Christie, I'm also best friends with Samantha Ravindall in my head.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah. There's no one at like the top that I trust is the problem. There's no one in like the millions and millions and millions.
That's the thing.
I trust Robbie. Like Kathleen Lights, I would say I do trust her. I kind of to an extent
fell off the Kathleen bandwagon with the incident.
Yep,
but I'm slowly coming back around to her again.
She's been unproblematic for the last year and a half, so I have to like.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm kind of like returning back to her.
I would agree with that. But after that whole thing, I was like,
I took a break.
But I do think I trust her like product reviews.
Yeah, because she's not in LA.
No,
like, she's not living that life.
She's very honest about things and like very chill.
She strikes me as someone who genuinely just really loves makeup.
I agree. That's why I trust her a little bit more than I would trust other people, because I'm like, you seem like you actually like care about this.
Yeah.
Someone I 100% don't trust. Oh, the list goes on. Laura Lee, Manny MUA, Jaclyn Hill.
I was gonna say my blood just boiled thinking.
Gabriel Zamora, Nikita Dragon, like Jeffree Star, James Charles.
Honestly, the first name in my head was Jaclyn Hill after this whole thing. I don't know if my Jaclyn Hill video will be up or not by this video, but
it should. You should put it up.
Blood boils when I think of her name now because of the whole lipstick thing. What a selfish. Oh, don't get me started.
She's Yeah, she's on my. It sucks because I used to be a fan. I was like genuinely a fan.
That shocked me.
I know.
When you said that in your video.
A lot of people are surprised by that, but I've really believed in her, and like I've been fooled by her tomfoolery a lot in this one. And then after this, I was like, oh, sweetie, no.
Yeah.
It's like we are done with you now.
I feel like anyone with a Morphe code, I'm just automatically. There's a wall.
I said that in a tag video once. I was like, anyone with a Morphe code, I just can't trust them. It sounds mean.
Really, you've sold your soul to get to that point. I'm sorry.
No,
but we just said the brushes are just awful.
Exactly. Like,
do not lie to your audience.
And don't lie that those palettes are like anything super freaking special.
And don't say that because your audience doesn't like them, they can't do eyeshadow.
Oh my god,
That's
I forgot Manny said that. Do you remember when he said that? He was like, well, maybe you just can't blend your eyeshadow. It's like okay, sis, maybe Morphe is made in, it's literally, what's it called when it's a brand does that? When they don't actually create the palette or the shadows.
Oh, private label.
It was private labeled.
That is selling your soul.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
No,
Manny.
that is selling your soul.
Manny, honestly, is number one on my list for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't trust him at all.
What a shit. I used to love Manny.
I've never been into him. Never. He always seemed like fake to me. Always.
He was one of the first men in makeup, and that was such a huge thing to me, so I always respected that so much.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about that.
You know what, though? Patrick was one of the first people in makeup, too, and I feel like often Patrick gets overlooked for Manny.
He does.
And it makes me sad because I'm like, Patrick, first of all, Manny wouldn't exist without Patrick.
No.
Like, at all. Because Patrick found him and, like, boosted his career majorly. And at the same time, too, it's like, Patrick actually likes makeup.
Yeah.
Seems like a good person. He's another one. I don't know if I would... He's a little corporate for me to, like, trust him. I don't,
fully trust... Because I feel like, also, when you have that many people on your team...
Yes.
I feel like every piece of makeup in your video at that point is calculated.
Yeah.
Whereas going back to the Captain Lights thing, I genuinely think she just
turns on a camera and like starts going.
Like I feel like she feels the same way.
I respect Patrick's content though for what it is. Like, but he's not the person I would go to for like an honest review of something.
Honestly, if you're past a certain sub count, it's hard for me to trust your review.
But it's so hard because this brings up a much deeper conversation but that I was having with another creator. It's so hard because I feel like when you're small, right, everything's so good because you can just be so honest and you can just like say whatever you want. And then the second you start growing and start making relationships with brands, it's either you have to cut that off, say no, I don't want relationships with brands, or you have to not be reliable and sell out. And it's like, what's the middle ground to being able to like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of scary to like get bigger because I'm like, well, as soon as I hit 100,000 subscribers, people are gonna think that I'm so fake and not trust me. And it's like, that's so scary, I feel like. Do you ever worry about that?
Like, brands don't like me. Brands fucking hate me.
They don't like me either, though. Like big brands, because I'm
Octoly wouldn't even take me.
Are you joking?
Octoly
you meet the
take
requirements.
Me. They wouldn't take me. I get denied every time.
Are you joking?
Which is probably fine because I wouldn't.
Do you want me to email?
Can you email them?
Wait, but why do they do that? You have more than.
They always say I don't meet the requirements.
You have more than. We're gonna talk to Octoly later because that actually made me mad for you because that's such a good opportunity to get products without.
The credit I would give Octoly is they encourage you to be honest.
Yeah, they do.
That's the only...
That's why I like it. Because you have to... You're allowed to be honest. If you hate it, you can say it and there's no repercussions for that.
So I feel like someone with me, like me, who's just a garbage human, who just says whatever the fuck, like that's a perfect opportunity for me.
I have that problem where I just spew whatever I'm thinking. Oh my god, this is a good question. What are your Harry Potter houses? What are the character traits that you value most? That's a good one.
Ooh, okay. Oh, do you know?
These are actually good questions.
Oh, I think I told you my house, so I was gonna say guess my house.
You're Slytherin.
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I?
Are you a Hufflepuff?
Oh, fuck yeah. Of course I am. I'm keeping that
in. Which is funny because I'm not the Harry Potter person Matt is.
I'm a Harry Potter fan.
I've read books 1 through 5 and then that's it.
You haven't read all the books?
No. And I've only seen the first 4 movies.
So this video is actually going to be postponed until Lacie can read the rest of the Harry Potter series, and then we can continue with the video. I'll come back in a week. She can have it read. We'll be good to go. Okay. Yeah, that's how it's going to go. We're going to pause here, come back when Lacie's read all the Harry Potter books. You can go in front of it.
What's on the floor?
Oh, pardon my camera. It's fine. We're through.
Wait, what?
She said that to me. She's like, just pardon my camera. It's fine.
I don't have the bougie ass budget that Hannah has.
I wouldn't call my budget bougie.
I don't have the inheritance. I'm just kidding.
Lacie makes all the Reddit threads about me. She is the author.
Spoiled. I'm like some people.
I I feel personally attacked and victimized.
See, I can't joke about what they say about me, right? Because I don't want to know.
I would never tell you.
Literally, and people have tried. I'm like, stop.
Even if I see stuff about you, I just don't tell you because I wouldn't want people to tell me.
That's what I'm saying.
Just a heads up to all of you. Don't tell me.
I know you think you're doing us a favor.
We're not.
You're not.
No.
Just we want to live in bliss.
We pretend it doesn't exist, and that's how we get through
That's how we thrive.
Which is, you know what? I think that's better.
No one asked this, but if you're a tip for doing YouTube, don't seek out information about you.
No,
Keep a good mental headspace.
Well, and the other thing about it too is like, in a way, it's good because then they have their place to get their feelings out.
Exactly.
And then I don't have to get my feelings hurt by their feelings. I'd rather they do it there than in my comment section.
Yes.
So it's like, honestly, good.
Go. Yeah.
Go for it. When are we gonna get a plant video where Lacie teaches Hannah about plants?
You want me to give you some basics right now?
Yeah, give them like top 3 plant tips you have. Lacie lives in a jungle. For those of you that don't know, I've been here all day. She lives in a jungle. It's amazing and I love it. I love the aesthetic. I love the vibe. Yeah. Give them some plant tips.
Plants need less water than you think they do. I think the number one way to murder a plant is to overwater it. Because you're like, oh, all a plant needs is sunlight and water, and you want to keep nurturing it.
Yeah.
Ignoring your plant's going to do you more good than you think it will.
Perfect.
Understand what kind of lighting you have in your house. Because
that's how Fern died. But she's coming back to life. She's coming back to life.
You named her Palm Fern.
Yeah.
I love that. So understand your lighting. I would get like the free compass app and just understand what directions your windows are and then research what that means because that's going to help you. If you can't read a book in your room, you can't have a plant in it. Get a plant for your spot. Don't find a spot for your plant.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great advice. Wow. Thank you, Lacie. Biggest insecurities as YouTubers?
I don't have that many because I'm real. Like you get 100% me on YouTube. I would say I compare my quality to other people's. Like I'm not insecure about myself. I'm insecure about my setup. I'm insecure about like the other day someone's like, I want to start a GoFundMe to get you a better camera, and I know they meant it well, but in my head I'm like, my camera's shitty. Like it just like makes me feel crappy. I don't have a lot of money. Like I don't know. So
because it's kind of a mean thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, pro tip: don't say that to people.
Pro tip: I'm working with what I've got.
I feel like for me, it's just like being kind of what we were talking about earlier, just being like scared of like changing. Being scared of people thinking I'm like changed or like different and like that kind of scares me, I think. Just that. But other than that, I mean, I think to be on YouTube you have to kind of let go of a lot of insecurities. And so I think like all of that is fine. I'm not really insecure about like how I look or like anything like that.
I know I can't make everyone happy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I would want to die if I tried.
Like, accepting that is like half the battle. Yeah. Just accepting that you can't make everyone happy. Not a question, but I love you guys and I can't wait for the videos. Thank you. Do you ever worry that the career path you chose wasn't or will not be right for you? We don't have to answer this question. Lacie's not in a place to answer this question.
Zoom in on me having a mental breakdown.
As soon as I was reading it, I was like, ying, ying, ying.
I don't actually mind talking about it because I think a lot of people probably go through what I've gone through and am going through.
I think most millennials go through that type of stuff.
Yeah. I have 8 million degrees because I can't pick a thing and I don't know how you pick a thing. Rude.
Hey, sir, we're filming. I don't know if you know this, we're famous, and if you could stop it.
Sir, we're YouTubing.
We're actually YouTubing, okay? Thank you. God, people.
Literally on the way to lunch, I was like, I could either go to law school or mortuary school right now. Like, those are like options for me right now.
Yeah.
What was the question?
I don't know. You're doing good though. You're good. I think it's hard.
Nervously.
Do you ever worry your career path you chose wasn't right? Yeah.
That's actually my problem is I have a lot of anxiety that I'm going to get stuck doing something that I don't like doing.
Yeah.
Because by the time I graduated my first degree, I was like, I don't even want this anymore. And I'd put thousands of dollars into it.
It's the worst.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to, I don't know, I think I'm just happier living a life where I could be like authentically myself in whatever job I have.
I think
that allows me to do that will be tight.
I think for me, because I switched majors a couple times. I was a communications major. I was going to do public relations, which is ironically, I do a lot of that now.
Yeah.
But I was going to do that and then I hated it. And then I don't know, social work does feel really right for me. And I'm really not too stressed that I'm picking the wrong career field. The only thing I'm stressed about is burnout.
Yeah.
Because burnout rate among social workers is like very high for social workers. It's like a really tiring job. But the cool thing about it, which a lot of people don't know, is there's a lot of job opportunities within the social work field. So you can work with so many different populations. You can switch. It's not uncommon to have multiple jobs doing different things with different populations amongst social workers. So I think that helps reduce burnout rate when you're able to like switch it up if things get too overwhelming, if that makes sense.
Whereas in my core and in my bones, I know I'm an anthropologist, but I can't do anything with that.
Like that's hard. That's what sucks though. Is like you love that. Yeah. But you can't. There's like, not a lot to do with it.
Yeah. Like I will always consider myself an anthropologist first, but I don't know if I'm in the right headspace to get a PhD or if I ever will be. So
I don't know.
And there's one person
I kind of want to eventually get my PhD.
There's always somebody in my comments that are like, "Are you going to be working in anthropology now?" Because I think they're genuinely interested in like what someone with an anthropology degree does. Unless they want to be a college professor or like go overseas, there's not a lot.
It's hard.
It's hard.
I would love to get my PhD though. Yeah. That's like my dream.
Maybe one day.
What's adult life like? It's as scary. It's such a good
I don't
question.
mean to laugh, but is it real?
Is it as scary as it seems? I'm 16. I love you both. Aww.
Honestly,
I love you too.
The older I get, the happier I am. That is 1000% the truth.
I like it and I think it's fun. It's not as scary as it seems because you kind of don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know it seems daunting, but like once you realize that you either call your doctor's office or you're gonna die, you just do it. Like it's not as scary as you think it is.
I also personally think that with adulting comes a lot of freedom.
Yes.
And that was a huge thing in my life is I never felt, as a young person, I never felt free to be authentically myself.
Yeah.
And now I can live a very authentically free life. I just have to pay for it.
Yeah. So. Do you find there's pressure to be a conventional influencer or do that type of content? No.
The car outside.
Oh. Sir, we're famous.
Sir.
Stop it.
YouTubing.
No, I don't feel that pressure at all to make traditional YouTube content.
I feel like people want things, like they're like, do tutorials, but
yeah.
I understand that's such a small percentage of people that will actually watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go look at my Tutorial Tuesday analytics and they're doing great.
I also feel like I've always been unconventional, so people know what they sign up for.
Well, and I also feel like the conventional content exists. There are people who make that conventional content and they exist and they excel at what they're doing and people love what they're doing. They don't need to watch another person that does that. So I think the best way to stand out on YouTube, especially a platform that's so many people and it's so saturated, is to do things that you almost want to be different than the stereotypical like YouTubers, I think. I don't know if you would agree with that.
Oh yeah, there's only so many similar copperized nude clips.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly though.
I know people want me to swear less. People really want Teresa to swear less and then swear less and want me to swear less.
The only reason, I swear like a sailor in my real life. The only reason,
really funny.
It's funny because the people, the first time they ever like FaceTimed with me, they were like, you swear a lot. And I was like, yeah, I know. I just don't on the internet because number one, I know that kids, like people like to watch my channel with their kids, which I don't know why.
People watch my videos with their kids. I'm like, fuck yeah.
And it's so cute. Like I love that, but I know people want to do that. And I also know that like the whole demonetization thing scares me and there's like other parts to it too. But like I just like to be a little bit more family friendly on my channel. But in my real life, I'm like, oh, this is a cute one. Things you admire about each other. You can start. Go ahead.
You care so much. Like you literally care so much about like
so real.
about like us as like, you know, but you also care about the big issues so much. I think like you wouldn't choose the field of social work if you didn't care.
Yeah.
Because that is such a thankless fucking job.
Yeah, you're telling me. I'm about to start my unpaid internship this year.
Literally, what a thankless thing. You honestly care.
Yeah.
You honestly want to educate yourself on things you don't understand. And I appreciate people who care and who want to be educated. Because it's very easy just to be dumb.
I feel the same thing about you though, honestly, that was kind of mine. I feel like you genuinely are so educated, which is, and not even in the way of like school, like you genuinely, same thing, like if you don't understand something, you want to understand it and you look it up, and you're open to viewing things from a different perspective in order to like see things as the full picture, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're also just a very like kind human being. Like, I feel like you're just very kind. Like anytime I want to bitch about something or complain, Lacey's like, no, it's okay, I'm here. And she just like lets me bitch about it. And then she's like, no, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, and we just have these conversations of like, I'm able to vent to her without her being like, oh, you're complaining too much. Or like, you're doing this. Like, she's very much a friend that will just listen to you complain and then just like be like, this is how you should handle this. Or like, even just be like, I understand that sucks. Like, even if there's no solution, like, it's just a really beautiful thing. It's funny because Lacie and I are actually a lot more than just like YouTube friends. Like I think we're actually like real friends.
Yeah.
We like talk
almost
every day. No, we don't. I don't want to define the relationship too soon, but
I don't want to bring this up, but where do you see this going?
we definitely like we talk like I think every single day in that group chat. We talk so much, and we've like video chatted. Like we actually are like it wasn't weird coming here and meeting Lacie because I already feel like I know her very well.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes this club interesting is because it's like a person who I genuinely think of as like a friend.
I also was like really excited about moving closer to you because you're my friend. Like I was like, oh, we can do things now. Like we can see each other. We can go to things together. Like
I think that's really exciting about it too, for sure. How do you stay friends long distance?
We talk every day.
Yeah, we do. We have a group chat and we just talk to each other all the time. And it's about YouTube stuff. It started.
But it's everything.
Yeah, like
I added you to it because it started as a place where we can vent about YouTube together, and you were going through something on YouTube and you needed to vent, so I was like, I put you in the group chat.
Message Lacie, I was like, I can't do this.
And it just, now we talk about everything. Everything.
I tell them when like anything happens in my life, I pretty much tell the group chat.
Yeah.
I feel like it's exciting because I'll like, something will happen and I'll be like, oh my god, I can't wait to tell the group chat. Like stuff like that. I think we utilize it as like friends.
We have a very tight bond, all of us. Yeah.
I can't wait till all 5 of us are like together.
Oh my god, that's gonna be
in one place. The collab you've all been waiting for. No, I'm just kidding. That would be so fun though. Oof, we'll do a couple more. One of your life goals.
One of my life goals. I don't know. My whole goal, my whole life was to just have my own place and like done.
Yeah.
Like I feel like anything now after this is just icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Like I really just wanted a space where I could exist.
This is like a macro level like goal that's like probably never gonna happen, but it's like if I were to say my ultimate goal in life. So I volunteered in Nepal and I like lived there and stuff and I loved it. And one of my biggest things I would want to do in my life if I ever was given the opportunity would be to start programs that encourage what?
Oh, that made me think of something.
Okay. Yeah. Would start programs that encourage daycare centers in Nepal because right now women are very limited in what they're allowed to do over there because they have to stay home with their kids. There's no option for women to work because they're expected to stay home with their families. But when I was working over there, I worked with a lot of kids who had a lot of aspirations besides being mothers. And so I wanted to always go in and provide some sort of options for women, which would be difficult, but like I wanted to provide options for women to be able to like work and do things outside of being mothers, because even though being a mom is important, like you can have a life outside of that, and I think that was really important. So that was like one of the biggest things I've always wanted to do.
That actually made me think of something. Which I had like forgotten that I thought this once upon a time. That's how far away removed I am from college right now. So my first degree is in criminal justice. The way that, this is trigger warning, when you are a victim of a sexual assault and police encourage you to go get a rape kit, oftentimes those kits just sit on shelves. They're never tested. So currently there's something that tests, the same thing happens with DNA samples. Currently there's the Freedom Project that tests untested DNA projects, and they've liberated so many people out of jail. It's been amazing. I want to do the same thing for rape kits.
That's such a good idea.
Because nobody tests them. They just
Which is so crazy.
I have like goosebumps.
Well, but it's so crazy to me that you would subject a woman to something like that. That's so horrific.
Something so intrusive after something so horrific and truth has already happened. And then you wouldn't even do anything with that information when it could be beneficial to like cases. Because I've heard about that too. That's, you know, you're so right. So one day
we want to change the world. Okay, that's the goal. What do you think about YouTube demonetizing small creators?
Not on wood.
It doesn't affect me either.
Felt it.
Wait, where's some wood for me to? Oh my god, it like, really hasn't affected me that much.
And I don't know how, because every other word out of my mouth is fuck. We were talking about this earlier. We think sometimes you just get caught in the algorithm, like it catches you once, and then you can't get back out.
It's so screwed up that happens. I've only ever had one video demonetized.
I've had one,
and it was my ASMR video, which is so random. But like, it's like you can do everything, but you can't whisper.
Because people, I think, took it too far, so YouTube's like, you're all being punished now.
Right? That was the only thing. But we don't really, but it sucks.
It sucks.
It's stupid. I felt horrible when my video got demonetized. I felt literally horrible. It was like the worst feeling to know that you worked really, really hard on something and they were just like, no.
Because that's the thing. I think people get pissed off when YouTubers are like, my video got demonetized.
No,
they don't understand.
It's upsetting.
If you're putting 20 hours into a video, hoping that it gets views, and then it does get views, but you don't. And the thing about demonetizing,
it takes it out of the algorithm.
Is that it takes it out of the algorithm, but also if another company gets involved and strikes your video, then now the money you would have made goes to that company.
And that's they just changed their strike system though, so hopefully that'll get better. But it's still like, I think people don't understand, because I know I see a lot of people being like, oh, I wish YouTubers never made YouTube a job. job and like all of those things, and like it's your fault for making whatever. But like at the same time, you have to realize that like if you went to work and you worked a full shift and your company was like, well, you actually were rude to that customer, so we're not going to pay you now.
For the whole day.
For the whole day, you're not going to, you were rude for 5 minutes, so now you're not going to get paid for your entire shift.
Yeah.
Like, no, that doesn't happen to people because it's a screwed up thing to do to a person. And I get it in cases of like very inappropriate content, but their copyright claim system is vastly abused, and their demonetization algorithm is so triggered so easily.
Work.
No.
I think that they did it for a specific reason. I think YouTube was like, hey, there's people making really fucked up shit out there. We need to control this.
Which I get that aspect.
I think it was a band-aid for a much bigger problem that is still not being fixed.
I completely agree. Yeah, so I get why people get annoyed with YouTubers for talking about it, but at the same time you have to understand, and this isn't even like my livelihood. This is just like a hobby that I get to make money from, but it's still so upsetting when you put something out that you love and you don't get paid for it. Like, it's upsetting.
Also, when people are demanding that kind of quality and that kind of time you put into your videos, but then get upset when you want compensation for it. That's the tea.
Bravo. Because you're so right.
Because this is free.
They're like, we want your time, your money. We want your time. We want you to buy products to review. We want you to buy lights. We want you to buy a nice camera. We want you to buy a microphone. We want you to have good editing.
We want this to be a full TV production.
Yeah, we want it 20 minutes long. I'm not complaining about you guys because mostly I never hear this type of stuff from my subscribers. Like, my subscribers never give me crap about any of it, but you see it tap into like other creators and you get mad for them. Because like, especially bigger creators.
Because
like,
you know what it goes in just to do this.
Like, I get it. And I can't even imagine to the scale that bigger creators do it, where it's just like, man, you put so much into that. Like that.
Like, for me, people who take the time to take secondary swatch shots and put those in their videos, I can't manage that.
No. Influencers you both love. Lacie, Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. Go subscribe. Please go subscribe to Lacie, I swear. Love her.
I swear to God.
I know, like, go subscribe. I'll find out if you don't.
I love smaller influencers, obviously, because it's part of being a smaller influencer. You make friends with other smaller influencers. Like, for instance, I think Teresa's Dead is just the best YouTuber.
Go subscribe to Teresa is Dead.
Oh my God, I don't stand anybody.
She's so good.
But I stand Teresa.
She's so good.
Teresa, if you don't know, she starts all of her videos with just a crazy story about living in New York.
It's so good.
And she's so unapologetically herself. She doesn't give a fuck.
And her reviews are actually phenomenal. They're so helpful.
She works so hard because she works a real person job, and then
her videos are so well done. I can't do it. I can't imagine.
Are well done. She's so unapologetically herself. She'll do like multiple eyelids just to get a review up really quick.
She's fantastic.
She
works
I love her. Way harder than me.
Yeah, me too, honestly. Like, she's so good. She's so good. She deserves so many more subscribers.
That's my immediate, is like, everyone needs to subscribe to Teresa.
So that was our answering your deep personal questions about everything. I hope we answered them well.
Yeah.
I hope they liked it.
This is fun. I like that.
I know. I could literally sit here for like hours and talk to Lacie is the problem. We've already been filming for an hour because I could literally just sit here and be like,
so what do you think?
I know, right? But I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. I'm honestly just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for, you're like literally a glow stick.
I know.
Thank you so much for being here.
People.
Nisa came up with that name and I thought it was genius. The glow sticks. They snap. I'm making merch, don't worry.
I don't have a name for mine. I feel like I have to hit 10K before I can name mine.
The spooks. The spookers. The splips. You know? The spooky lips.
The splits.
The splits.
No. I don't know, when I hit 10K, I'll worry about it.
Then let's get her to 10K, folks. My merch, my social media, and everything I'm wearing on my face will be linked down below, along with Lacie's channel and the video I did with her.
No.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me in your home. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! You literally know the kissy face. Holy shit. I love it.